So I come to realize as I do all these things and I write these things down, and as God speaks to me and things like that, most of my things go around character. I think one of the character things that I do is because I thought I didn't have any. Because I did a lot of stupid things, I did a lot of dumb things in my life, and if I had the right character or the right character, I would have done things differently. So when I preach this thing and our stuff, it cuts both ways. I am also involved in all these things, and I'm changing every day, and I'm working on things, and so we all are, you know. So my title of my message is called Break the Mould. So with that being said, we all have this kind of mold that we've built ourselves. Our experiences shaped it, you know, our thinking shaped it, what we've done shaped it, other people shaped it. And these are the kind of cocoons we find ourselves in, and we need to break free from that to God to work in our lives. We cannot ask God to do things for us if we keep on resisting Him. If you keep on thinking that you know that, if you keep on thinking that you know you must have your own way in things. You guys sing Lord have your way in worship now. You know what that means? In titles that you have to let go of the things that you think you know. And with that comes a responsibility. It's not nice when God works in your life and He changes things. Sometimes it's tested and it hurts sometimes. It's not always easy. We need to push through, carry on, and break this thing that addiction that you guys, you know, the stigma that comes with it. It's not who you are. It's not who you are. I promise you. So we all get to a point in our lives where we are sick and tired of being sick and tired, and we are unhappy about circumstances in our lives, you know, maybe finances, or you know, relationships, or being in one, or being out of one, or don't want to be alone, and we take all these things and we run out of hope. We run out of hope. And now Jesus wants to give you life, and He wants to give it to you in abundance, and He wants to live it with you. So you must let Him do it. You can't stop resisting that. Let Him work with you, let Him mold you. He is potter, as they say in the Bible. He wants to mold you and shape you. You are His. And character, to be my experience with the things that especially like this, I know for a fact that Wolf told me once. He said to me that the seed only grows under pressure. When you put in circumstances where your true character shows. And it only shows under pressure. When things go easy, you are fine. But as soon as things get hard, you give up. It's not how you're supposed to handle things. It's not how you're supposed to handle. Especially if you have a negative thing around you. If you think that you're this negative person, and everything that you touch is negative, everything you see is negative, and you must break it. For you to change, you need to see it, accept it, and change it. Amen. You can't go through life saying, oh, this is who I am, this is what I'm supposed to be, this is me. It's not how that works. You must let go of the old and live in the new. Each one of you being renewed as you sit here. In your hearts, in your minds. Every day you're being renewed. Sorry. It means a lot of things. It means a lot of things. It means you get new eyes, you get new ears. You hear things differently. You see things differently. But if you don't allow the change, you won't change. And change, like I said, it's not always nice. Character is very important. Your character has shown that at the moment or in the past you couldn't handle stuff. You chose a different path. Another thing is that we think so highly of ourselves. We are entitled about things, and we think about this and that. And I was one of those. I really thought pretty highly of myself when I was in addiction, and when I was, working and and stuff like that. I had this thing about me like, I know best. And I was humbled badly. And I took that to make me realize it. Being humbled is not a nice thing. Being corrected is not a nice thing. Losing everything that you thought you loved is not a nice thing. But it needs to happen for you to realize that you need to change. Let me give you an example. I thought for a long time I can run my own business. I had two great opportunities in my life where I had the ability, I thought at the time, and the mindset of running my own business. I thought to myself, I can do it. But I've got proven that I cannot. I must need someone I'm accountable to. It was a hard lesson for me to learn because it means that I'm weak in some instances. But it wasn't the case. God said to me, you must be accountable to somebody. You can't run it because you make the wrong decision. If I'm not accountable to anybody, what will happen? You will think that you're your own God. You'll end up in places where you don't want to be. That's where your thinking got you there. Your behavior got you there. That needs to change for you to leave. So, also, they are you know yourself best, right? So, God shows you things in your life that you need to change, but you hang so hold on so tight to these things that you don't want to change them. But you know exactly what you need to work on. If it's lust, then it's lust. Don't deny it, face it. If it's pride, face it. If it's arrogance, face it. One huge thing I've learned while I've been here is remain teachable. Remaining teachable is a huge thing. It means that people can speak into my life and I listen. God uses people. The whole Bible is full of people being used to speak to other people. God uses people. You, me. But first, we must break our mold so God can work with us. You know, we're putty. You know? He wants to make you nice and stuff, but we keep on fighting. Yeah. I want that thing. I want this thing. No, I want that thing. We keep on doing it, but it's the truth. And we ask God, why aren't you helping? Why? You lean on your own understanding. God wants to do amazing things in your life. If you just let Him, stop fighting Him. Just let Him. Twice I learned God. I had the previous preaching I did, or sermon I did, I had a piece of paper. Now I realised that I can just do everything on my phone. So now I don't have a piece of paper, I have my phone, and I have some scriptures on it, like mark. So, yeah. So that's the New Year, the new seasons. And then also, we find excuses not to listen to God. God says you can do this and this and this. You find excuses not to do that and that and that. We're going to get some scriptures now. God says you are fearfully and wonderfully made.
Yes, amen.
He says it about you. He knits you together in your mother's womb. It's beautiful.
Amen.
He loves you.
Amen.
Right, so let's go to the first scripture. The first scripture is Romans, let's skip that one. Let's go to Colossians 3. So remember, we're talking about character and breaking the mold, right? Character is very important. So from verse 12, it goes like this. Therefore, as God's chosen ones, holy, dearly loved, put on compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness and patience, bearing with one another and forgiving one another. If anyone has a grievance against another, just as the Lord has forgiven you, so you are also to forgive. So who are you not to forgive? First of all, we must have all these things: compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, patience. These are the things you must strive for. Things you must have in your heart. If you're looking for training, start there. I didn't have these things. Well, I had some of them. But as God came into my life and He cleaned out my heart and took away my sadness and all kinds of stuff that shouldn't be there, I started seeing these things in people. Even when I didn't see it themselves. God's all love, all the time. I mean, if you're young, you are loved. If you're young, you are loved. You have a great opportunity to change your life. Forget what you did. We all sing it loud and clear. We are forgiven. Do we walk in it? Do we walk in forgiveness? Do we walk in forgiveness? You know that? Forgiveness is not for the other person, right? You guys know this. Forgiveness is for me. If I have something against Greg, and Greg carries on like he's carrying on with his life, there's nothing really going, I haven't done this, Greg, I want to flip I want to get him. But if I forgive him, I am set free, not Greg. I am set free. I don't walk around miserable all day thinking how happy he is, because that's what you do. You think about, oh yes, he's so happy, look about him. It's the truth. You walk around with all this bitterness in your, and it shows, man. When it comes out of your mouth, what's give like a fucking heavy. I wish I'd learned a long time ago. If you had nothing nice to say, I'd just keep it. And I have the flippin', I don't know what to call it, but I'm very blunt. Sometimes gets me in trouble. Sometimes. Okay, go to 1 Timothy 6, verse 11.
I never noticed you were not.
Oh, thanks. 1 Timothy 6, verse 11. One of my favorite scriptures. Amen. Once again, okay? But you, man of God, flee from these things and pursue righteousness, godliness, faith, love, endurance, and gentleness. Fight the good fight of faith. Pursue these things. Pursue righteousness. Pursue faith. Pursue goodness. Endurance, which you all lack. Some of you are still sitting here thinking you should go home. I'm serious, bro. Why would God send you to a 6-month program to do only 3 months? Come on.
Yes, come on.
You won't. And some of you had made peace with being here, and it shows on your faces. Smiling, walking around, helping, having peace in your heart, gentle with other people, explaining things nicely, putting people along instead of pushing them. You know, these are all good things that you should have. Break the mold of where you come from, because okay, then go to Luke 6, verse 45. It's also a very cool scripture.
Luke 6.
It's Jesus speaking. Yeah. I spoke to you guys this morning in class. What's the condition of your heart? We'll read it now. A good person produces good out of the good he stores in his heart. An evil person produces evil out of the evil he stores up in his heart. For his mouth speaks from overflows from his heart.
Amen.
So you're fooling yourself. You're getting that later. So James speaks about you already. You might think you're a good person, but when you open your mouth, everybody else sees that you are not. Or hears that you are not. It's a very cool thing to do. If you want to see, one of the things I learned when I was on program is I can always see what kind of person or what kind of mood I'm in when I see who I hang around with. You know, and I like to hang around with everybody. Somewhere, somehow, you know, I was also in that little groups that are negative about a whole lot of stuff. Also skinnering about counsellors and skinnering about this and this is such wrong. It was horrible. And it produces nothing. Negativity produces nothing. Just more negativity. If you're so opinionated about things and you keep on pointing things out, you're just afraid to look inside. Your eyes wander on everything else except the things that you need to work on yourself, because you keep on running away from yourself. God's brought you here to seek Him, and you might find Him. Knock and it shall be open. All good stuff. Okay, let's look another. Okay, so James 1 verse 22. You guys know what James? Very, very important while you are here. And while God's working in your life, this is a very important scripture. Very important. But be doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving yourself. Deceiving yourself. If I come to church, I read a cool thing. Charlie's Facebook the other day. It says, how can you be spiritually fit if you only train on Sundays? We all want to be fit. We try to work out like most of the time. So if you want to be the spiritual soldier that God wants you to be and change people's lives and spread the gospel and bring people to His kingdom, you need to stay in the Word. You need to pray constantly. You need to put yourself in situations where God can, I won't say save you, but where God can work with you. And this is one of those opportunities. And you know what? Some of you might miss it. And then you have to go around this mountain again, thinking that, I can do it again, I'm young enough. It's true. You haven't got a lot of time. Lucas spoke about it the other day. You're not young enough. You don't want to do this over again. Everybody don't want to come to our. Everybody don't want to come to rehab, and they don't want to live and stay here. But they don't do what they need to do while they're here. You want to change so badly. You want so many people to love you and guide you and be trustworthy. But what have you proven so far? You are untrustworthy. You still make silly mistakes, which is fine. It's not the end of the world, but it's the thing to dust yourself off for that stuff. And carry on. Okay. Go to 2 Timothy 2 verse 21. Such a cool scripture.
Amen.
So now, when you empty yourself out, you get there now with all the bad things, you must put some new stuff in, and God wants to use you, right? So it says this. So if anyone purifies himself from anything dishonorable, he will be a special instrument, set apart, useful to the master, prepared for every good work. So if you get rid of all the malice and all the things in your heart that doesn't need to be there, God can use you for good things. We all want to be used for good things. Right? Yes, I don't mind. I make so many mistakes when it comes to this stuff. If you must really pray to God that He shows you these things in your heart that you need to work on. And it's not always nice working on them. And when they come out and you change, And that thing goes away. Something new comes along.
Amen.
Something new that you can use. Better than before. You have to give it up. Okay. Last scripture. Okay, go to Romans 12, 9 to 21. So this is what you should strive for, right? This is what you should have in your heart. If you want to see awesome, remember I told you guys the other day, write awesome on a piece of paper, and if you're not being awesome, look at the paper because you wrote it down, and that's what awesomeness is. If you want to how to conduct yourself, what you should do is it? Sorry? Romans 12, 9, 21. Let love will be without hypocrisy. Detest evil, cling to what is good. Cling to what is good. Hold fast. Some translations say hold fast to what is good. So test everything, hold fast to what is good. Love one another deeply as brother and sister. Love the guy next to you, love the girl next to you. Help them along. They're also struggling. Stop thinking. Sometimes you put the person in shoes next to you. Outdo one another in showing honor. Outdo one another in showing honor. Beautiful. Do not lack diligence in zeal. Be fervent in the spirit. Serve the Lord. Rejoice in hope. Be patient in affliction. Be patient in affliction. Share with the saints in their needs and pursue hospitality. Be kind to one another. Imagine we're all on the same page with our recoveries. I know we all have different backgrounds and everything's hard, I understand it, totally. But imagine we're all on the same page. We want to recover, that's our goal. You know how powerful that will be. But any idea, nothing will stop you from recovering. Nothing. If you fall down, there's a brother to pick you up. And a sister. It will be magnificent. You will change your life. Amen. Let's do it. Bless those who persecute you. Bless those who persecute you. Who's got another version? I like another word for like persecute.
What verse is it?
Never mind, I can go.
Message.
Anyway, bless those who persecute you, and bless and do not curse. Rejoice with those who rejoice. Weep with those who weep. Someone's sad. I'm going to be sad, but I mean, understand. Show some interest. Brother. Just show each other love. Man. You guys need it. We all need it. We need to be guided and loved and pursued and teached, taught.
It's often why we're not there, because we can lack of love.
You are loved deeply. Then it goes on. Live in harmony with one another. Do not be proud. Do not be wise in your own estimation. Do not reply evil with evil. Give careful thought to do what is honorable in everyone's eyes. If possible, as far as it depends on you, live at peace with everyone. Friends, do not avenge yourselves. Instead, leave room for God's wrath, because it is written, vengeance belongs to me. Vengeance belongs to God. It's going to come down one day and it's going to, his wife thrown on the clouds. Can't wait for the day. It's going to be mind-blowing. It's going to be absolutely something you've never seen before in your life. And it's flipping, and then it's like, oh, it's coming. He always, You know, you can show everybody while you're a little mask and things about yourself, but God looks what you do in secret. He looks what you do in secret. He knows your inner thoughts. He knows who you are inside. He knows what you can be. He wants to help you and guide you and love you. Like a dad. A huge dad. Superpowers and stuff. But He loves you constantly. He wants the best for you. But first of all, you must let go of all the things that you think and you hang on to. I surrender. Everybody likes singing that because it's such a cool song and it means so much. And when you think it, you can say, oh, Lord, I'm ready. I'm done fighting. You know, take the reins, lead me. I'm tired. But then you need to surrender. Okay, last scripture. One last one. 1 Peter 1 verse 14.
Amen.
Thanks, Lord. Can I read it?
Verse 14.
1 Peter 1 verse 14. As obedient children, do not be conformed to the desires of your former ignorance. You've lost nothing in your past. There's nothing there for you. You can't go back there. You know what it's like. Think about it.
Can you talk more about conform?
Conform is do not conform to this. Conform tegen moenie, I'll tell you that. In Afrika. Please read again. As obedient children, do not be conformed to the desires of your former ignorance. Your desires would last be chasing women or chasing guys. Do not do it. You are a new creation. Don't chase those things because they only brought you trouble, pain. But still, some of you would go back. And all that it held was misery. Misery. Thank you, Charles. I told you guys before, you know what kind of flipping destruction you can cause. When you are left for your own devices, you know exactly who you are. There's nothing you wouldn't do to run after things that you really like or loved, you think you loved. And you do anything to get it. And it didn't matter. Do not go back to those things. You are better than that. Much better than that. And that's all I have to say. Father God, I want to thank you for this opportunity once again. I want to thank you for everyone in this room, Lord. I pray that you empty us out so there's more space for you. I want to thank you that no matter what we do, you're always there. I want to thank you that you're constantly working in our lives and in the backgrounds. I want to thank you that at this moment, Lord, you are restoring relationships. Restoring our broken hearts, sadness, you're taking away that, Lord. You're conforming us to your image and likeness. And I thank you for every person in this room. I want to ask you to show them who they truly are in your eyes. Which is wonderful. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen.